Welcome to Driving TV. In today's video, this is going to be all about mastering lane changes. This can be one of the most nerve-wracking tasks for beginner drivers out there. But do not worry because I am going to break it down for you step by step. And by the end of this video, I will guarantee that you're going to feel confident enough and ready to switch lanes safely and hit the road. So let's dive right in. Before making any lane change, the first thing to do is assess the road ahead of you and the space around your car. You need to have a clear understanding of the traffic flow, both in your current lane and the lane you're moving into. A common mistake that many beginners make is rushing this process. Instead, take your time, evaluate whether there is enough space or not for your vehicle to fit safely. Look at the traffic a few cars ahead and also check how far the vehicles behind you are. This will allow you to judge whether you can safely change lanes without forcing others to brake or slow down immediately. Now, always ask yourself, do I have enough room? Am I going at a similar speed to the cars in the lane I'm trying to merge into? It is crucial to remain calm and avoid any sudden moves at this point. Now, once you have assessed the situation, it's time to use your mirrors effectively. Checking your mirrors is an essential part of changing lanes, as it gives you a wider view of your surroundings. Start by looking into your rear view mirror to check the traffic behind you. This will show you if anyone is approaching from behind at a high speed, so you can plan accordingly. Next, use your side mirrors. Your side mirrors help you monitor the vehicles in the adjacent lanes and give you a better understanding of the space available. Make sure the side mirrors are adjusted properly before you even start driving, as improperly aligned mirrors can leave dangerous blind spots. You don't want to be caught off guard by a car that you did not see. Now, even with perfectly adjusted mirrors, there are areas around your vehicle that mirrors cannot cover. These are called blind spots, and failing to check them is one of the most common mistakes drivers make, especially beginner drivers. To check your blind spots, simply turn your head briefly to the side in the direction of your intended lane change. This quick glance makes sure that there isn't a car or motorcycle hiding in that blind behind you, the blind area. Don't rush this step. It only takes a second or two, but it can be the difference between a safe lane change and an accident. It is important to note that large trucks and SUVs tend to have bigger blind spots, so drivers of larger vehicles need to be extra careful. The key is to make sure that every area around your car is clear. Once you're confident that the lane is clear, the next step is to let other drivers know what you're about to do. Use your turn signal, which is very important. You should activate your turn signal at least 100 feet before you make your lane change, especially on highways or fast-moving roads. On slower roads or in city driving, it might be closer to 50 feet, but always give drivers behind you enough time to react. Remember, signaling is not only a courtesy, but also a legal requirement. Failing to signal properly could lead to a traffic ticket or even worse, an accident. When you use your signal, you're giving the other drivers a heads up that you're about to merge. It helps keep traffic flow smoothly, as everyone knows what to expect. Now, executing the lane change smoothly. So now that you have signaled and made sure that the lane is clear, it is time to execute the lane change. Begin by gently steering your vehicle into the next lane. One of the most important things to remember is to avoid jerky movements. A common mistake is to oversteer, which can cause the vehicle to shift out of control. Instead, make a gradual and smooth movement. Keep both hands on the wheel, maintain a steady speed, and continue checking your mirrors throughout the maneuver. Smoothness is key here. You don't want to alarm other drivers or lose control of your vehicle. Think of it as gliding from one lane to another smoothly and nothing aggressively. Adjusting your speed is also very important. So while you're making a lane change, it's important to adjust your speed if it is necessary. If the traffic in the lane you're moving into is faster, you may need to gently accelerate to match their speed carefully. Likewise, if it's moving slower, you should ease off the gas slightly. The goal is to blend seamlessly into the flow of traffic, not to disrupt it. Now, in some situations, drivers may find themselves hesitant because they are not sure about the speed of the vehicles in the other lane. In these cases, it is better to slow down and wait for a better gap, a more clear gap, than to force your way in. Remember, patience is key when driving. Once you're fully in the new lane, don't forget to turn off your signal. Many beginners drivers tend to leave their signal on without realizing it, which can confuse other drivers. Canceling your signal is a small but important step in completing the lane change process. It signals to others that you are done with the maneuver and prevents any potential misunderstanding on the road. Now, let's talk about some of the most common mistakes that beginners make when changing lanes and how to avoid them. First, rushing through steps. Changing lanes isn't a race. It's a controlled, steady process. Take your time, don't panic, and make sure that you've checked everything before committing to the lane change. Another mistake is failing to check the blind spot, which we have covered. Always make it a habit to double check that area. Lastly, avoid last-minute lane changes. If you miss your exit or turn, it's safer to take the next one than to try a sudden and aggressive lane change. That could be very, very dangerous, so I do not recommend it. And with that being said, that is it. Those are all the essential steps for performing a proper lane change. With patience, this will become second nature, I assure you. But always remember to be very careful and take your time. Now, if this video helped you feel more confident anyway, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to Driving TV for more driving tutorials. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching and safe driving. I will see you on the next one.